Hey guys, I'm back once again. You know who I am by now. And now I'm all dressed up for Christmas. It's less than a week away now. There's pretty much a lot of big news. My sister-in-law got a surgery today and she did really well. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm going to be an aunt. And this is not for sensitive ears or for bad stomachs. So, if you have a bad stomach, please skip this video. My sister-in-law, who is like my sister, got pregnant about a month ago or so, about 2 months. When we found out she was pregnant, we were beyond happy. And she went to get her ultrasounds and she found out it was twins. And we were even happy, and they were identical twins. And we were as happy as we can be. And as the more, because every 2 weeks she got new ultrasounds. I noticed something. There was almost like a third baby. And there was. It was originally supposed to be triplets. Identical triplets. But baby C passed away. And baby B decided to try to give blood to her sister. Yeah, they're all girls. Which is called the trap sequence. Baby B also has a hole in her heart. And umbilical, not sure if I said that correctly, which means the baby's inside is technically on the outside. Her liver, intestines, stomach are all on the outside. And her heart has been working really hard to try to pump blood into baby C. And keep in mind, baby C is gone. It's no longer alive. But she keeps growing. So today, my sister-in-law decided to have surgery done to try to help baby B. So this surgery was there's a little cord connecting the two, and she had to cut that. Now baby C is going to be stillborn. And she has to have a C-section done when they have a date. Doctors said that baby B is going to be in the hospital for months. There's no doubt about it. Because her lungs are not fully formed right. So far, they're not where they're supposed to be. Her heart, as soon as she's born, she has to go into emergency surgery to fix her heart. And then after that, they have to try to put back her organs into her body. So, for anybody who does pray, please pray for her, and my brother, and my sister-in-law. They never had kids before. They only been married for a year. The doctor said baby B will be in the hospital for a while. When baby A is born, she has to be rushed home. She cannot be in the same unit as baby B. And everybody's sort of like doesn't want to really celebrate Christmas this year. For many, many reasons. I know this is a depressing video and I'm sorry. But the reason I brought up my sister-in-law and my nieces is because in another video I'm going to describe all this stuff. And I'll have a link because me and my mom made a fundraiser. Our goal is $2,000 because there's going to be a ton of health bills. Currently they go to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And that's where the baby will be born. The doctors say at this moment it's manageable. And I agree with my sister-in-law because my brother can't get her to go Christmas shopping or baby shopping or any of that. Most girls, when they get pregnant, they're like, oh, baby clothes, because all that's going through her head is she doesn't know whether to get 2, 1, or none, because baby A is at risk. It's in danger from baby B. And most likely they're going to be born early. They're going to have the C-section done early. Since this is just already a sad video, I'm just going to keep going. Stuff that I really haven't talked about at all because it's been there, but I just haven't brought myself to talk about it. I'm going back to public school in about a week and a half in the IU20 unit, which is for mental health, back at Pleasant Valley. And any of you who actually know me know I don't like PV. And I don't like one single thing about it. Another thing that's been very, very, very hard on me for the past month is my grandfather passing away. Because my grandfather was everything. He gave me hope. For any of you who take advantage of your grandparents or your parents or your sister, or say, oh, I hate you, or oh, I hate you this, or why don't you do this, don't. You'll regret it. Because honestly, it haunts me. My grandparents lived right next door. And it hits me after he already passed. I could have gone over more and I could have seen him more before he was in that hospital bed next door, or even when he was in the hospital bed. He was in walking distance. And I said, oh, well, there's always tomorrow. And when he was in the hospital, in the intensive care unit, I just said, no, he won't die. And I wasn't able to go see him. And then he passed away. And the worst part, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the worst part for me was going to the funeral and the viewing, because I haven't seen him. By that time, I haven't seen him in like 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. When you see a guy, somebody you love, just lying there, doesn't look like themselves at all. And I had to sit in that room for the entire day, and then some of the night, and I could not look up there. Because it recently, like a week ago, it hit me that my grandfather isn't here anymore. And excuse my crying, it's just a very touchy subject. But the worst part was the funeral. It was really nice, though. We had the American Legion pastor come and give a sermon. So it's like going to church. They had American Legion people come that served our country with my grandfather, come and salute him, put down a poppy on him. My brother was people that carried the casket, and he got buried, and it was windy and cold, which I guess helped because we all were about to burst into tears, but we couldn't because it was so cold our tears just froze. They played taps and did the gun salute. I didn't cry the whole time during the viewing because it's my dad's father, and I wanted to be strong for my dad. But during the funeral, when they did the church things, I cried silently, but I was sitting on the back so nobody saw me. But the gun salute got me. He was a good man. I miss him with all my heart, I really do. He was a veteran, he served in Korea. He was a cop. He worked for Roadway, he worked for MCTA. But it's those little things you take for granted, like seeing your grandparents, or seeing loved one. Like, I haven't seen my sister in a while. She moved to Germany. I'm finally gonna get to see her on the 24th. She hasn't seen me in person in about 3 years? 3 to 4 years? I'm sorry, I had to switch subjects because I was about to start bawling my eyes out. And I usually hate getting emotional like this in videos. But some stuff just had to get off my chest. During Christmas time, my grandfather, because we're Italian if you can't already tell, there's this song that he always sang. He always sang Dominic the Donkey. And they brought that up the other day, and now it just keeps running through my head. And he taught me how to play poker, and somehow, no matter, even if I lost, I always got the quarter. Flapjack, all that wonderful stuff. We would go to our diner and get milkshakes when he was still able to walk. He also loved to sing Oh Suzanne. He was very, very protective of me. Only one of my guy friends has ever met him. And I think that was when he was laying on the floor on a mattress. Because he fell and they didn't know whether or not to take him to the hospital. because he's stubborn. And then the other time was when he was in a hospital bed. Because it's the what ifs. Because one of my, I don't know what we are, and I won't say people's names. Well, a person I know, they always told me about their grandfather dying. And I'm going to use he, and I'm just not going to say names. He always told me about his grandfather dying. How that affected him. And yeah, I felt that. Just like everybody else does. You're like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Or I'm sorry for this, or I'm sorry for that. And then my best friend, Nicolette's grandfather, died. A month before mine. And I comforted her. And when my grandfather died, on the 18th of November, I came into my room, bawling my eyes out, and I finally felt the pain that they felt. Because honestly, I heard, oh, I'm sorry for your loss, he was a great man. He's in a better place. About 50,000 times that day. But that didn't make it hurt any less. I think it's the fact that I finally know what they were going through, what he was going through, what she was going through. And it hurts. Because this all that's been going through my head today is I can't go see him. Like, I can go see his grave, but I can't actually hug him. It hurts. I'll be honest. I'm sorry for the very long video. I'll cut it. I'm an emotional wreck. I'm sorry. Just, it's been about a month since he passed, so I thought it'd be easier for me now to actually talk about it. But apparently I was wrong. So, thank you guys. Just keep watching for new videos. Keep being you. Don't ever be afraid to be you, no matter what people say. Peace.